Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Bome or Book of Meme, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to do a full update. All right, we'll talk a little bit about well, in general, things you need to know. But we'll focus on the technicals. I think the technicals right now are most important, and I also do have a relatively clear view on the technicals. But what we have to start with is that today the market is probably going to be quite volatile. All right, we have the interest rate decision later tonight. So I expect volatility from the markets. Bome hasn't been that correlated with the market in the last couple of days, which is a good thing, all right, because that means that, well, in the case of Bome, it actually means we have already been volatile. So even with the news today, that probably won't matter that much. But do take that into account. It can still, I mean, if we get some bad news tonight with the interest rate decision, we can still, I mean, Bome will fall together with Bitcoin, right? And then apart from that, what you should know as well about Bome is that it's a very volatile crypto to trade in general, all right? It is historically quite manipulated. You can see there's a lot of volume coming from sources, which I would say are shady at the very least. So you have CoinUp, you have SuperX, Bit2Me. Blowfin is fine, but then just in general, a lot of these smaller foreign exchanges, that sounds bad, but what I mean with that is that they're kind of on the periphery, all right? So they're not the main exchanges, and if there's a lot of volume coming from that, that's always a little bit strange. But that is also how Bome has always been. It's always been a little bit shady, and the price action has always been volatile. So that doesn't matter that much. But if we look at Bome right now, for me, the structure is very, very clear, right? We're basically laddering up right now, right? So what you can see is that every time we have a significant resistance level, we break above that, we hold that, and then we rally up higher, which you would say that's basically every crypto that's bullish. It's not true. But here, for example, we had a resistance level at 1 cent, broke above that, held that as support. Had resistance at 1.05 cents, so 0.0105, broke above that, holding that as support. And now our main resistance level is this level right here at 1.15 cents. That's our resistance. It seems most likely, like right now, the big question is will this structure continue or not? And it's always most likely that the structure will continue, all right? So that's also what I think is most likely. I think it's most likely right now. We have a very strong resistance level above us. The momentum is not the best, and you can see we're making some bearish divergences. So that's also, we'll get to that a little bit later, but I do think you need to be careful. But for now, in terms of the market structure, and if you zoom out a bit here, I would say it's most likely that we will rally up to that next price target right here at around 1.25 and 1.3 cents. Like that's by far the strongest resistance level. So the strongest resistance level like that always has a bit of a magnet to it. But for me, when I look at Bome, I first of all will probably not trade this because I think there are much better cryptos to trade at this moment. But for me, the way I look at this, if you look at it in terms of the structure, is I think you just need to see it as some sort of a very short-term consolidation between 1.15 and 1.05. And I would wait for the breakout, right? Because even though the structure is telling us we're going to break up, and even though the momentum is also still fine, so that's all saying, all right, well, we're going to break out and rally up higher. There's also things like a relatively weak Bitcoin compared to the last couple of days, and those bearish divergences between both the open interest and the price and the RSI and the price. There are reasons to be bearish on Bome as well. So why not just wait for the breakout, wait for the confirmation, and then position yourself, all right? I think that's best. It's up to you in the end. Like I said, I think it's most likely we will rally up higher, but that does not mean that I will buy here. If I would buy here, I would probably buy after breaking like 1.14, 1.13 with a very tight stop loss and a small position size. But on the other hand, like I said, our main support level right now is 1.05 cents. If that breaks, we will fall, all right? Regardless of what I said is most likely, we'll fall. So wait for the breakout is in short what I would say. Now at least I told you the most important levels to watch and what's most likely. So hopefully that's valuable to you. But for now, that's all I have. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.